another episode of Wackadoo Farmer. Today we're going to be heading into town, which is about 10 miles out from our farm. It's probably it's about a 10-minute drive, not too bad to get into town. We're going to be, today, we're going to be picking up some fruit trees, and we're going to be setting up a spot out there by where our garden's at. Guess where you saw the ducks, or I'm sorry, the goats, where we've been working down our garden. So we're going to set up an area there. We're going to probably fence it off with an electric fence. That way the cows won't get into the trees after we plant them. So as we go and along our way today, it's a beautiful Saturday, we'll take you on our journey on setting up these fruit trees on our property. Something we've been wanting to do for quite a while since we moved in there. We've been there about 2 years. So I'm hoping that once we get these mature, a little bit more mature fruit trees, that way we can start getting some fruits off of them a lot sooner than just starting them from seeds. So glad for you guys to be along with us, and we'll be talking to you here in a little bit later when we're out there looking at the trees. All right, looks like we finally made it over here to town, to the our local tractor supply. We're going to see what type of trees they have, fruit trees that we're going to be looking at. So let's see what we got here. We got, looks like quite a little bit of selection here. It's not so big, but we're going to see what we can find. There's different types of figs and peaches, and looks like some pears. We also found some grapes, so we're going to be looking into putting some grapes out at our place. And that we had talked about grapes, but we didn't talk about grapes this soon, but we didn't realize that Tractor Supply actually had grapes. So that's what we're going to be looking at today and seeing what we can get here. You seeing anything?
Oh yeah.
What are all these?
These are beautiful pecan trees.
Pecan trees.
Yes.
Are they a soft shell type, or do you know, or what they call paper shell? Because the paper shell ones are really easy to peel, or really to de-shell or take the shells off. We got pears. So we gotta look at different things here.
I don't know, it's Elliott pecan.
Elliott?
Yeah.
I have to look that up. I'm assuming that everything we have here is native to Texas. So that's what we're looking for. I mean, you wouldn't think they would have it here if it wasn't native to Texas.
You'd be surprised.
So yeah, you're right. You never know. But we want to make sure that what we put in the ground is likes our Texas climate, because it does get hot and it does get humid here in South Texas. So we want to make sure that our plants and our trees are able to handle that type of humidity, or so.
We even have some blueberry, pears, apples,
Peaches, pears, and apples.
figs, blueberry, plum, and then it looks like pecan, grapes, and then flower.
All right, so now we just got to make a decision on what we're going to get. So we'll get back with you whenever we've made our decision. Well, hey folks, how are y'all? We are back here on the farm, and after doing some consideration and some decision making, we finally came up with some of the trees that we were going to put out here on the place. We actually decided on about 11 different trees. What I'm going to do today is kind of show you where we're going to be plotting the trees. It took us some time and consideration on where we're putting them, because the trees themselves, once they start growing, guess what happens? I mean, you have a full-grown tree, and if you didn't really think about where you wanted to put the tree, it's kind of too late at that point, unless you want to get a high-dollar system to get the trees out. So you really want to take some time figuring where you want to put the trees. And another thing that we got was a Oconee pecan tree. All the simple fact is my wife has really been wanting to have a pecan tree out here because of her papa. We don't have any out here, so we have a lot of different, we have some oak trees, we have some mesquite trees, but no pecan trees. So that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to put a pecan tree out here as a remembrance of him also, because I think he liked them. So, and she wanted to put there just because of her papa. So Anyway, if you follow me along, we're gonna go look at some places and where we're gonna put the other trees. All right, so we have decided that this would be our best spot that we were gonna put the trees. If you look, it's gonna be kind of straight down. If you look forward, straight down a line, as you can see, is where we're gonna put our trees. And we're gonna space them out, and we'll talk about where we put them and why we put them there. And if you look over here, we actually have another row. This fence will no longer exist once we get another fence line in, but I'll show you here in a second. We have a little peach tree there. Well, this peach tree is going to be a future line of other peach trees. So right between the two, if you can really see it and really use your imagination, I'll have 2 rows of trees. I'll have a row of peach trees, and then back here I'll have a row of the different trees that we're going to be putting in. So we'll have this little center that we can drive down, and we can actually pick our fruits once the trees become fruitful, once they start producing fruit. So this here is going to be an existing, or right here will be our fence line once we get our fence in. But here I wanted to show you, we're going to be also going down, which is the opposite side, and we're going to be putting fruit trees down this way in a row. After a couple of long days of working in between our normal jobs and rain, we finally finished up our little project here we wanted to do with the fruit trees. So I think everything turned out just like we liked it to, and hopefully, you know, in a few years we'll have some pretty good fruitful fruit trees. So if you look right down this line, again, you can see where all our new trees have been installed. We spaced out our trees where we can get a tractor or get a lawnmower in between them if we have to clean around them. Also, it'd probably make it easier for us to pick the fruit and once they start producing fruit. And so that was another reason why we did. One thing is also to remember when you are planting your trees, when they come in the little buckets, or the buckets they're in from the store or from the nursery you buy it from. When you dig your hole, make sure that you make the hole deep enough and wide enough for those roots to open up and to be able to really get into the ground. Because if not, what happens is it becomes root bound, and the roots don't have that chance to get into the soils to really bring in the water it needs to be a fruitful tree. So it's usually, a rule of thumb is double the bucket size, double the container size. And that's what we did. So hopefully we'll see in another couple of years, see some fruitful trees. Well, I really appreciate you guys coming along with us on this small little journey we have. But like I said, this is something we like to do out here at Wackadoo Acres, is kind of tell you what we got going on. And if there's something that, some tips that you have that may be able to help us out, and hopefully if anything's helped you out, please comment. Always remember, if you're interested in the show, go ahead and hit that like, and also share and subscribe. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one.